What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, and we have in here a big boy, a real big boy in the building, the Zastava Arms Z-Pap M72. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we got in a big boy box today, so big that it doesn't even fit the table, as you can see, and the box has a little bit of a reading here that may be unfamiliar for you guys and girls out there. It is for me, at least. It's in Serbian, and it says manufacturer Zastava, and then underneath it, it says Kragujevac, Serbia. Now, let me make sure I say this all correctly, because I want to say this correctly, and I have the proper pronunciations here. Proizvođač, Proizvođač Zastava Oružje, Kragujevac, Serbia. I know I probably butchered that, guys. Hey, I tried, right? But obviously, Zastava is on the box right here. And on this portion of the box, right here, you can see it, Zastava Arms USA. And we got something in very, very special that I've been waiting to get my hands on. Now, we have shot it a little bit as well. We'll show a little bit of that in some of the footage, but this is mainly an unboxing today of the Z-Pap 72. All right, guys, so we got this here. Let me just put this right here, right? We're going to get to that. But I just wanted to show you what you get in the box. So this is the box that it comes in. Pretty standard box. Some foam. It comes in a paper. Comes in with a manual. Now, the manual, though, is for a Z-Pap M70, which is very, very similar, which we'll talk a little bit about as well. You have congratulations on the purchase of your M72 RPK. The Zastava factory has been producing fine firearms since 1853 and continues that tradition to this day. And forgive me if I say Zastava at all, but it is Zastava, the correct way to pronunciate it. Please visit us, register your product for the warranty, parts and accessories and all that. Due to import restrictions, the muzzle thread protector is welded. It is then removed, reblued, and replaced with a US-made muzzle device. Aggressive cleaners may damage the finish applied. It is recommended that the cleaners that are alcohol-based are not used. For the N22R compliance, we have built this rifle with the necessary amount of US-made parts. All new M72 RPKs rifles meet the 922R compliance before leaving our factory. That is a crazy, crazy law that I learned about when you get imported products in. Like, it has to have certain amount of parts made in the USA. If it's totally imported, it's illegal. And that happens with Galils and a lot of other products sometimes. Even like with my barrel up there, I think they had to give you like a different trigger and all that. But yeah, we encourage the use and purchase of Zastava Arms made magazines or any US-made polymer magazines for use in your M72 RPK. For M72 RPK with wood furniture, we recommend applying boiled linseed oil after first cleaning of the rifle and every 6 months after that to keep the wood protected and looking pristine. So you got all that. It did come with a P mag, by the way. So you do have that. And speaking of mags, forgive me, I have ran a lot of different mags on it. Bulgarian steel mags, P mags, some mags from PSA, from Soviet Arms, and they've all worked pretty flawlessly. So let's go ahead and pull this guy out. We might have to make the screen wider, honestly, because this is a big boy. We're gonna pull that bipod out too, man. But just check her out, bro. Look at that. She is beautiful. The first thing I noticed on this thing was the wood smell. The wood smell is immaculate. Bam! So the first thing that I noticed about this is the wood smell, man. She smells amazing, okay? The wood that they utilized on this bad boy is immaculate. I don't know what it is, but I definitely need to get some of that linseed and apply it on there very soon as well, because I would love to keep this thing in pristine condition as far as wood goes. Now, everything else, we're going to shoot her like we never shot her before. We have shot her so far, and she shoots amazing. Now, from what I've learned and heard about Zastava in general, is their M70 in general is built off of the receiver of the M72 that we see here. So that is why maybe the manual was utilizing that picture and the same manual, because a lot of their platforms are built off of this particular receiver. Everything else, though, gets swapped out for the M72 compared to the M70, because the M72 is built off of basically being an RPK. And what is an RPK? It is a light machine gun. The YouTube, though, however, it is a semi-automatic of the LMG that you see here. This is not an automatic gun, so it does not fire like a machine gun. But it is everything of what the RPK is. And it has been one of the guns that I've been wanting for a very, 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 very long time. This is definitely like a grail added into the collection right here. And this thing is built like a tank. We shot it. It felt amazing. The recoil is nothing whatsoever. We did run it also with the VOOP suppressor, which we will be doing a follow-up full-on review on that suppressor very soon down the line. Because I would love to run that on this, but I also would love to get a M72 as well just to test her out. I don't think I will be able to run her on my ZPAP 85, even though it is 5.56. I just don't think that the threading on there, actually, no, it probably would work on the, no, it probably would not work. The thread pitch is different. I think it's totally different. So I just have to see about that. But the thread pitch on here, same lining up with the VOOC. I want to see though, maybe actually it will work if I take that end cap out. I got to check that out. I'm pretty sure I could probably run that on there though. But that suppressor itself is extremely quiet. We would definitely do a full-on dedicated video to that though. With that said, man, a little bit of history about the RPK. It's been a squad rifle in the Serbia Army since the 1970s. And to be exact, I can actually, what I gained from some of the actual information, yeah, it's been in service since the 1970s in the former Yugoslavia Army. It's based off, of course, the AK-47 design, but it is slightly different in some of its parts, like being the handguard in general, also the optic rail, which you do have here on this one. It's a different type. It's a Yugo pattern. This was built to be a squad automatic rifle, LMG. Coming with that heavier barrel over here, which will allow you to have that sustained overall firing and not getting hot. Definitely noticed that this helped along the side of having it cool down extremely fast as well, because we did put a lot of rounds through it so far, but we did not seem to get it to be too hot or stay too hot for too long. The bipod is a must-have as always. When you see an RPK, it's utilized for what it's meant to be, being shot, whether it's from the ground or being shot on something. It is fantastic. And putting it up, get a little bit of the hang of it after a while, but you just bend it like that, put these two together, and then that little clamp right there, and then you're good to go. One thing also that it does come with is a cleaning rod, but you have to take off the actual muzzle device to get access to that. To deploy it, fairly simple. Flick that cap right there, that little patch, well, I said patch, but little mechanism, and you are good to go with the bipod. It does also have the sling right here as well as on the barrel, so you can run this with the sling if you choose to do so. Like I stated before, I utilized this Bulgarian mag. I've utilized some P mags. I utilized some Soviet arms mags, and I didn't have any issues really running any of them. It was like sometimes a little tough getting some of the mags in, like breaking it in, but for the most part, had no issue with it whatsoever so far. We're going to be doing a fully though dedicated more so review, but this is more so just the first impressions from what we shot so far, and I love this gun. Okay, some of the specs though, of course, MSRP on this is $15.99. That's what it's being stated at. Street price may be different. 7.62x39 is the caliber. Operating is a semi-automatic gas operated. The receiver is a 1.5 mm stamped steel with bulged trunnion. The weight is 11 pounds. Definitely could feel it after time. It's not as heavy as it looks, but you could definitely start to feel that weight when running and gunning with it, which we did do a lot of motion. The overall length on this is 41 inches. So yeah, she's a tall boy. Barrel length is 21 inches, and the furniture is a classic wood set, cold hammer forged barrel, chrome line, by the way, and finned for heat dissipation, which you can see right there, which it holds up very, very well with that. Built-in detachable stock, RPK style adjustable rear winded sights right here. Bolt hold open notch for safety deflectors, so this is also featured on this one as well, which is also featured on an M72. But basically, you can run it like that. You can pull it back, put the safety on, feed a new mag in, and when you flip that down, the bolt releases. So it's kind of like a little update on the AK itself, you know, and this is also featured on the M85 that I have also. This is from Zastava Arms, made in Serbia, but imported in from Zastava Arms USA. So definitely dope. Makes things a lot easier being that way. AK platform, RPK variant, semi-automatic rifle. So yeah, I didn't have any issues with this gun, and I didn't expect any issues when it comes to Zastava in general, AKs in general. You really don't have many issues. AKs just run. They just run. They just run. One thing I would say though, man, that, and this is maybe also, I don't know if it's because it's an RPK style in general, but also maybe because I just haven't shot an RPK in a minute. No, but also because maybe I haven't shot an AK in a minute, man. All the AKs I've shot, basically, though, two at the same time, have had an optic on it. I haven't shot an iron sight AK in a very, very long time. I say all that to say, when shooting this, I had to get extremely low to get that iron sight lineup. Now, I was shooting close, so I, of course, had my settings very low. But I would like to get a mount to run an optic on here, and I'm trying to figure out what particular optic I would want to run, because I would like to have it look a little clone correct. And I know the majority of the optics that are utilized are more so kind of like, I'll show you a little bit of what I was thinking about. Now, this is the Zulus DNT optic. Now, I was thinking, like, you feel me? You get what I'm saying? Now, this is like a day and night digital scope from DNT Optics, I think it's a 5-20. We'll be doing a video on this soon, but I was just thinking, like, yo, that might be the move right there. You feel me? Hey, it looks good, but I got to get the plate to see, the overall optic slide in to see if that makes that thing work. But feel free to let me know any other thoughts down below in the comment section. Definitely going to have to get a drum mag, so that's coming soon. And got to get the FRT on this. It's only right to let her be in her glory. So we'll definitely be following up very, very soon, trying to figure out FRTs for this and also a drum mag. We might not be monetized on that video, so be it. YouTube on this one, we didn't, shoot anything over 30, so keep that in mind. But man, this thing is fun. And yeah, these things come in, they sell out, they come back in. They've been, in motion a lot. I saw this initially at SHOT Show, so getting one of these in hand is definitely a dream come true. And when it comes to like just me being a collector in guns so far, like I've been wanting an LMG. And when it comes to LMGs, they are extremely expensive. And really, there's only like 2 LMGs you can really buy, semi-automatic YouTube. And that is the RPK. And that is also, of course, the SAW from FN. RPKs are also featured from Zastava. And I think Century Arms also has their version, or their Romanian version of the RPK. I've always loved the M72 a little bit more. The color of it, just the overall look of it. And I love what Zastava is doing in general. And can't complain, man. Cannot complain. This thing is badass, though. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below in the comment section. And as I stated before, we will be doing a follow-up on this very, very soon. Like, within a next couple of weeks. We just got to make some necessary maneuvers, get a couple of upgrades, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.